All right, my goal for today is to go through LiveTime setup, the initial setup, as quick as we possibly can. I'm sure I'm going to skip a few details, which I'll hopefully go over in another video, or you can go back and watch some of my older videos and see how it's done. But here we go. 5 minutes or less. Let's start up our fresh install of LiveTime. I already have my login in there. We're going to click Login to get started. It's going to load a blank database where I don't have anything created. So we're going to walk through it together. For track, I'm going to create and say open track. It doesn't really matter. You're never going to see this, but you have to do it. Really important, you have to click select. Next, we're going to move on to classes. We're going to do open. We're going to do category quadcopter, open FPV. Again, none of that really matters right now. Now we can go to the events tab. You'll see you can create an event here. If you want to import one from MultiGP, you click on partners, turn on integration, put in your MultiGP login, click login. You don't have to be an organizer or an admin of the chapter to be able to import a race. You can actually import any race as long as you're logged into MultiGP. We're going to go back to the events tab, click import, find any race that we want. You can type in the name or the ID. I'm just going to pick one of these at random. Over here on the right, we'll see who is actually in the race, who signed up, and let's find one with more people. Here we go. So this has 14 people registered, has frequencies selected already, it has races created. So you're good with all that. Click import. Now we have our first event imported. It's going to take you to that event. We're going to go to edit. We're going to do fastest 3 consecutive. You can change that to whatever you want. For qualifying, you're going to click save. Now we're going to go here and go to rounds. Change each of these to heads up. We're going to do 4 drivers and 2 minutes of time. So that's going to put 4 people in each race and set the default time for the race to 2 minutes. For the main, which we know as brackets, you're going to click laps. You're going to do bracket. You're going to do double or single elimination. 2 initial races. We're going to do 4 people a race. That's going to be 8. So you'll always know how many you're seating into the main by multiplying those together. We're going to do 3 lap mains or however you want to do it. Once you do that, pretty much done. Set your minimum lap time here, say 15 seconds. I like to do the use heads up first lap. And then onto the driver screen, everybody's already imported and registered. Now we're going to go to rounds. You'll see it already imported the rounds from MultiGP. One bad downside to this is if you need to make a change here, it's not going to make it everywhere else. So you're either going to have to delete the other rounds, or you can do like create next round and then duplicate last round, start in same order, and that will duplicate all the changes that you make on this screen into another round. You can choose what you want to do best there. It does some busy work, but sometimes it's necessary. I usually just like to create one race on MultiGP or one round and then make the changes, and then I just manually duplicate if I'm doing it that way. If you want to run some practice rounds, you just click change to practice, and it'll basically turn this into a practice round that doesn't count toward qualifying, but it works the same way. I'm going to go to the racing tab and start race. And that's basically all I have to do. We have our minimum lap time over here, so it's not going to let a lap trigger until 15 seconds has passed. I'm going to change that to 1 just so we can add a few laps. There we go. Now we have more than 3 laps to seed our main, so we're going to go to rounds. We're going to go to create next round. We're going to do main, which is going to be our brackets. All these people don't have results. Normally they would have some type of result. Even if they didn't do 3 laps, it would still sort them by how good they did. You can see here they're seating 8, available 14, so it's just going to take them in order. I'm going to do generate, and now you'll see we have our 8 people, and the frequencies assigned. It tries to keep them from whatever they were using in qualifying. And then you run this race the same way. Start. It'll turn gray once they finish their laps. Click finish. It'll have check boxes here. Check boxes mean they're moving on to the winner's bracket. The bottom two mean they're moving on or finishing, depending on how you did it, if it's double elimination or single elimination. You'll work your way through that. You can look at the bracket screen here and see how people are progressing in a more visual way. And then once you're done with the event, you just go events, timing results, view final standings, make sure that you don't have any empty races anywhere, and it'll come up with the event order and who finished where.